Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. There's like a mishmash again of different stories, but I guess the biggest thing in this video is I'm actually going to compliment the Sussex Squad. Yes, hang on to your hats. I'm actually going to say something nice. You got to give credit where credit is due. So let's just jump right in and cover everything really quickly, shall we? Let's go. To start with, multiple people responded and explained to me the story of this little boy, and it just makes me so angry. It's just like that other little boy that was murdered not that long ago, where he was on camera, he was caught on camera saying, nobody loves me, nobody will feed me, and then like an hour later, his parents or his father and stepmother beat him to death. What is wrong with these people? I'll tell you what's wrong with these people. The UK only gave those parents 10 years. 10 years for swinging this child as a 41-day-old baby from his ankles until they broke his legs in multiple pieces, and then didn't even seek treatment for him for how many days? I mean, really? They should have their legs chopped off. And thank God for his foster parents who adopted him, because if it hadn't been for them, they were still, from what I read, abusing him when they were showing up for the visitations. I mean, these people should be shot. It's just the most horrible story I've ever heard. People in the UK should make sure that all the other prisoners know what these two did, and they should hunt these two down when they get out of jail. God knows I would if I was there. All right, next story. Well, this story we talked about the other day, how somebody actually made a death threat against Kate, and she was allowed to keep her account. Well, I got the following email from one of my followers. And this gentleman wrote into somebody, probably shouldn't have done it, but said, I hope you all get COVID. But that's all he said. Anyway, he wrote to me, he's been banned from Twitter. His account is gone because he said that on Twitter. Yeah, things don't seem to quite add up, do they? Moving on. Revisiting Harry's really stupid comments about, quit your job. Virginia Blackburn pointed out that you're going to have severe mental issues when you can't pay your bills. But here is what almost immediately went through my head. I wonder if Harry could possibly be held liable in lawsuits, because there are a lot of people who listen to him, including people who might be, a little mentally unstable. So one of my followers wrote the following and wanted to know if he could sue Harry after they can't pay their rent because they quit the job because Harry told them to. And that's a very interesting premise, I think. Could you imagine if like 50,000 people got together and sued Harry saying, you told us to quit our job for our mental health, we did, and now we're homeless? Gee, that would be an interesting trial. Okay, moving on. I had to make a quick comment on this. Neil Sean went on television and said that apparently Harry and Meghan are going to be appearing in ads and posters for the banking, to get people to invest money with them. So Prince Harry went from being a prince of the realm to being in ads trying to get people to donate money to an ethical banking firm. My, how the mighty have fallen. All right, moving on. I saw this on Twitter. There are stories going around that Meghan is essentially being laughed out of Hollywood. Now, we all know that when she returned, she had put out she was only going to work with A-list directors and A-list actors, and she thought Hollywood was just going to eat her up, but yeah, that didn't happen. It's my understanding, and I've reported to you before, that most people in Hollywood find them very pretentious. They're name-dropping. They can't keep anything confidential, which apparently is a big thing. And since they were snubbed by the Obamas, other people who like the Obamas and who respect the Obamas are taking the lead. And they're being cut off by everybody. Oh, well, moving on. Okay, here's the big story that I'm going to cover. You guys hold on to your hats, because I'm actually going to compliment the Sussex Squad on something. That's right. They do a lot of nasty things. The calling of the children, the insulting of the children and calling them inbred and names and, F you and all this kind of stuff that they do. This is why people don't like the Sussex Squad. But they do some nice things. Let's take a quick look. The Sussex Squad fundraises for that, is it called Sentable? That's Harry's charity in Africa. They did fundraising for something called Camp Fed. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm hoping that's what it's called. They've got something going called Tiny Tickers. I'm not even sure what that is, but okay. They're doing a book drive. But here's what I'm liking about the Sussex Squad. This is where I think they might be doing something right. They were smart enough not to give the money that they donated directly to Harry and Meghan or to put it through Archewell. I think they were smart enough to know that any money they put through Archewell, 95% of it could be kept by Harry and Meghan for their living expenses and their travel expenses and other people's salaries. No, they gave the money that they raised directly to the charities. That was well done. Smart move. Keep going. Just stop insulting children because that makes you look really crappy. Really quick, one of my followers, Deborah, remember I did this story about the little boy mistook Harry for a Christmas tree salesman? She said she would have mistook Harry for an elf. Finally, to the person who donated to my coffee fund and requested I specifically buy toys for Finn, I wanted to show you what was purchased. These are toys that supposedly he can chew on and they will never be destroyed. For those of you who may not know, because you might be new to the channel or maybe you were unaware, Finn actually ate one of his toys, or the inside of the toy. Ended up at the vet. We had like a $1,500 bill, and we don't do stuffed toys anymore. So I want you to know that Finn will be getting these toys. They're his Christmas gift, and thank you so much for thinking of him during this time. God, I just love his eyes. I know I've directed you guys to it before, but since it's that time of the year again, I will be putting a link in the description box to Finn's video to show you how he came to be with us. Please feel free to watch it and to share it. Before anybody comments, that is not my Mercedes. That picture came off of the internet. But I completely agree with the sentiment. So we have a lot to talk about. I'm dying to see your comments. What do you guys think about the prison terms given in the UK to the parents of that poor little boy? What do you guys think about somebody losing their Twitter account over wishing COVID on them, but somebody else who threatened somebody's life got to keep their Twitter account? What do you guys think about the possible lawsuits from people who've quit their jobs and can't pay their bills because Harry told them to? Do you think it's true that Hollywood has turned their back on Harry and Meghan? And what do you think about the work the Sussex Squad is doing? Leave those comments below. You know you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Gab. You can email me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified of future uploads. And for those who donated to my coffee fund, thank you very much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.